sent a gift and I'm very excited because I've wanted one for a really long time. It was something I was saving up for, but having moved house I didn't really feel like it was a priority purchase. Unbox it, but basically Ollie absolutely loves coffee and he would happily buy 2 coffees out every day, and the amount of money that you spend on having coffees out is just, I think, worth having a coffee machine if you really do love coffee. I have complained about my little £30 machine. I've got really good use out of it, but I don't love the coffee that comes out. So this one is from AMZCHEF. Let's unbox it and give it a go. It was a gift, which I'm so grateful for, but it's not a paid promotion. Like, they've sent it to me to try it, but I'm not paid to try it, if that makes sense. Gosh, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be like a barista. I thought it was just like bean to cup. It's giving barista. Time to learn new skill. Weighty. Goodbye, old coffee machine. I've got these local coffee beans from when we lived in Porthleven. They are best consumed within 3 months of roast date, which the roast date was 1st of the 12th last year, but it says best consumed within. So I know that we're like we're like 7 or 8 months after that point, but I'm not buying new ones until I've used these ones. What a waste that would be. So we've got these because they were for Ollie's Christmas present. And then we haven't even opened these. I'm hoping this packaging's very like mold proof because our old house did have quite a lot of mold in it. Yeah, these are roasted in Porthleven. So if you pop the coffee beans in here, why I put it in such a shallow dish. I won't do that again. Making a hot coffee, but you actually can make the temperature for a cold coffee because I love an iced coffee, and obviously if it's too hot it tends to melt the ice. To steam. Definitely have some practicing to do. The second one I made was so much better, and then the third one was miles better than that. So I'll show you what it looked like. It is very tasty, and I'm looking forward to learning how to do it better because my first attempt probably will be the worst attempt, and it does taste really nice. I didn't froth the milk properly, and I actually didn't set the temperature for the coffee properly, but I do think that having a coffee machine like that saves a lot of money because I went somewhere the other day and it was £5.50 for an iced coffee. £5.50. Bearing in mind half of the cup is ice and another 3/4 is milk. It's like making things more at home to avoid, like for example, the fact I make lots of cakes from home is because it's expensive to go out and have cake. It's like £5 a slice when you can make a whole cake for £5 and enjoy it for days, and you've got the satisfaction of it being exactly how you want it. So I am really pleased to have a coffee machine because I think it's very ritualistic, because that is that's like a coffee shop machine. So something I've always been scared of is the idea of working in a cafe, because I thought, oh, it looks complicated and busy and stressy, but now I can have my own mini coffee at my own mini cafe, and I can get better at it, learn the settings, learn like different beans, different temperatures. It'd be quite interesting to see, and then maybe I'll be less inclined to have any when I'm out because I'll have my own standards at home, which I think is a good thing.
I love eating seasonally, so when it's winter time I like to make pies and really comforting dishes, and then in the summer I try to make the most of the beautiful vegetables and fruits that you can buy. And why wouldn't we want to eat things when they're at their absolute best? So I was looking on the National Trust website because they give you a list of fruit and vegetables to buy or harvest by month. So when I checked August, it said things like aubergines, beetroot, broccoli, courgettes, French beans, peas, peppers, plums, raspberries, tomatoes. So I basically use that list as my inspiration. I really want to stop buying from supermarkets, and I do occasionally go to the greengrocers, but really not as often as I would like. I previously had a veg box, but I was finding I was wasting quite a lot of it because you don't have control over what goes in there, and I didn't have the imagination really to use up so many carrots, for example. So this is a journey that I'm on. I really do want to go local more and more, but it is a journey and you just can't do it all at once. And obviously it has to fit in with your schedule. Like our greengrocers is down the high street, you can't park near it, so it needs two of us, and Ollie's work schedule is really not convenient for the opening hours, so we need to figure out what works best for us. But I love going to the greengrocers because this stuff from Sainsbury's, it kind of pains me to spend this much money in Sainsbury's. Like those jerseys were going off the next day. They had a horrible smell, and I just thought, why am I being sent that in my delivery? Because we didn't go in and buy it, we got it delivered. I find that it helps me to budget because I can see how much I'm spending and I can compare all of the prices on the screen. But when you're in the shop, it's easy to get, roped into the deals. But actually I always use the cost per kilogram as my way of understanding like if I'm actually getting value for money or not. But I do often feel that I'm not getting value for money in Sainsbury's. I feel like it's going off quickly, and it's just not, I just don't enjoy shopping in there, and I'd love to do that less. But it is a journey. You can't make these changes quickly, and even if only one of your food shops in a month is from a greengrocer's or a butcher's, it's better than none. And I think that we shouldn't have these like perfect standards for ourselves, because that just creates a pressure and a disappointment, and it should be fun. So I don't know if anyone needs this pep talk or if I'm just giving it to myself. But yeah, I did find in the greengrocers the food lasted so much longer. It wasn't travelling as far. The fridge had looked so sad for about 2 weeks because we just had barely any food in it. It's just quite expensive to do food shops, and I think at times we do avoid it because of the cost, which sometimes when you do that you probably end up spending more money trying to come up with things on the spot. But we've waited for payday, so hence why we've got lots of lovely vegetables. I also gave the inside of the fridge a really good clean because it just needed it. And sometimes when you've done a nice food shop, it's nice to know that the fridge is fresh. It makes me feel better about putting things in there. With obviously nearly everything is in plastic tubs, but it just feels better knowing if it's loose that it's been cleaned and it's all hygienic. I feel I have to pass this information on. Coconut milk in the tin is not straight up coconut milk in any of the ones in Sainsbury's that I could see. So I bought creamed coconut instead, because that is 100% coconut. I don't know if any of you use it regularly, but I was really disappointed when I read the ingredients list on the tins. I don't understand what the need is for that, but don't be fooled like I've been. I have been craving chocolate so badly, and I really like the Tony's Chocolonely, but I am going to stop buying it. Now I've indulged this week, I am going to stop buying it. I'm going to be making puddings or cakes instead and not buying snacks, but it is lovely, especially the milk chocolate one that has lots of different flavours in it. Practicing making summer salads. I can't say that I can recommend this recipe because I don't feel that I am really skilled yet at combining all of the best things to make a delicious salad. I actually think I overcomplicate it and I add too much, because when I watch salad recipes they don't add as many things as I do, and I'm also not that good with making dressings. So that's a couple of things I'm going to work on this summer, is trying to make the perfect salad. I don't really like salads with salad leaves in them, because they just go a bit soggy and they don't always add all that much in my opinion. So I did make a really lovely salad actually that was mozzarella, peaches, basil, chickpeas, red onion, some different bits like that. That was really quite nice, but again not 100%, so I'm going to work on them and I'm going to come back to you with some summary salad recipes hopefully. I just don't recommend recipes to you unless I would pay for it when I was out, because if any of you went to the shop and bought the ingredients because I recommended something that I wasn't wholeheartedly loving, then I would feel bad about that. So there was nothing really wrong with this, and you could make it at home and you probably would like it, but I just think it's not necessary to have this many ingredients in it, because I had gherkins, tomatoes, tuna, chickpeas, potatoes, shallots, parmesan. It was like too much, not necessary, but it was really healthy, don't get me wrong. It had so much in there: protein, fibre, seasonal stuff. The boiled egg is an absolute necessity for me on these kind of salads. I do love a boiled egg. Oh look, even beetroot. It's just a never ending list of ingredients, just a waste of money. Cup of tea and chocolate bar. I'll make a healthy dinner that's not really my vibe, and then I'll just cover it in an unhealthy sauce.
balance. But I do love salad cream. I never ever buy salad cream, and my friend Annette loves it, and she reminds me that it exists every now and then, and I thought I'm gonna buy some. I don't always want to eat. Mayonnaise has got like 97% rapeseed oil in it or something. Concerning. I should start making it. My mum said something about French mayonnaise, like a vinegary mayonnaise that she used to have in the 90s. I could look into making that. I've accidentally bought 2 dark chocolates, which is okay, but I don't really want that. This is like fair trade chocolate. It's worth the money. Morally, it's worth the money, and taste wise it's worth the money, because that lab grown chocolate that Cadbury's and everyone is doing, they can't even call it chocolate now because there's not enough percent in it of cocoa. So I just made a very successful coffee out of the machine this morning on my second try, and I'm very proud.
Now let's make a nice fresh breakfast.
Oh dear, I only had this for a couple of days. Glad I opened it. I wouldn't have known it was going funny otherwise. Pepper. I always think you need quite a lot of salt for avocado. I like lime juice or lemon juice. I'm not really that fussy about which. When I make guacamole, I put both in, and quite a lot of it. Maybe some chili flakes and mix those in though. I do love a chili flake. Some sunflower seeds, which I love, and some pine nuts. I might go and grab some basil from the garden. Already washed them. I have some pomegranate molasses that I could throw on the top. Molasses before, it is very lovely. I'd love to do homemade sourdough, because I actually don't really eat this kind of bread. Like normal white bread is not really my thing.
Very well done, staying to the sides.
Please, may you tell everyone where you've taken me?
The Devil's Cauldron and Lidford Gorge.
Devon! Really reminds me of there. Such a good choice, because I love that it's like an ice cream and a lolly at the same time. Best of both worlds. This National Trust is in 2 parts. So we went to the more impressive bit first. Let's see your best ballerina's toes. Point, point. You enjoyed exploring some of Devon with us, because we haven't done that in a really long time, actually since we moved
to Cornwall. We haven't explored any of Devon really, so it was really nice to be in new areas, and the land is quite different, very pretty. So I'm very glad you came along for the journey, and see you on the next one. Lots of love.